Well, a lot of people are wondering whether or not Donald Trump's nominees will face barrier in the process of confirmation. Okay, so obviously the various secretary positions, and there are still vacancies. We still don't know who the Secretary of Education, the nomination, who the nominee for the Secretary of Education will be. But after all the nominees are selected, after we know that Donald Trump has selected all these people for all these positions, once that process is complete, obviously the next question is whether the cabinet members, any of them or some of them or all of them, will face any challenges in the confirmation process, right, which takes place in the Senate. We don't know that yet. I do want to point out that the Republicans have regained the majority in the Senate. I've said that a number of times during my live streams, and it's everyone knows it. Anyone who's watching what's happening in the world of politics and in government, anyone who's been following the election results, you know this already. The Republicans in the current Congress, they have 49 seats out of 100, but in the new Congress, the Republicans will have 53 seats, which is pretty good. And so, it's still too early to say what the confirmation process will look like, but with the Republicans having a pretty good majority, I believe that things are going to be pretty smooth in most cases. But you will hear, and we are already hearing, and going forward, I think we will hear a lot of loud voices on the left criticizing Trump's nominees. I mean, that process has already begun. You hear Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat, how she has been criticizing Trump, and she has been criticizing, Trump allies. And we're going to hear a lot more voices on the left criticizing Trump, criticizing the people he is selecting for his new administration, because that's all that the Democrats can do right now. That's all that they can do. They are frustrated. They are sad. They are angry because they have lost. They have lost the White House. They have lost the majority in the Senate. They failed to capture the majority in the House. So the Democrats are really frustrated. And every time you hear a Democrat House member or a Democrat Senate member or some other Democrat political figure out there criticizing Trump and criticizing his administration, the administration that he's forming, it's just an expression of their frustration and their anger. But the American people have spoken. The people elected Donald Trump overwhelmingly. He won the Electoral College votes. He won the popular vote. So it's an overwhelming victory. And of course, as I said, the Republicans regained the majority in the Senate and held on to the majority in the House. So the American people are clearly supporting the Republicans and Trump. And so, I think there are great days ahead of us. I think Trump's going to have a great administration. And as I said before, the American people and Trump and his allies together, we will make America great again.